Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the fuck it is?
Aries and Andy, chewing the jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Subscribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism,
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bitch bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This Oh Steve comes to us from Sean. Yo, smoking aces. Listening to EP 453, you talk about how Forrest Whitaker has a twin. Actually does not. Blah, 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 blah. That's something else. I sent this So Steve months ago, and I know it's better than 90% of the trash ones that you read that don't even mention Oh Steve. Man, they pretty much do, though. So I'm sending it again, hoping it got lost in the sauce. The setup on the road, Aries, Andy, and his girl are staying at a 5-star hotel. Andy's room is on the first floor near the bar. After killing it on stage, Aries is about to call it a night, but realizes he wants a drink. Aries leaves his room and heads down to the bar while the bartender is making his drink. Aries overhears some woman talking about how she had the worst day ever and she needs a drink and some dick tonight. Aries turns and looks in her direction. To his surprise, it's Gemma sitting at the bar. His dreams are about to come true. He immediately sprints to his room to grab his New York fitted so he can turn his swag on. I love how I need my hat to turn my swag on.
It's the switch.
It's the switch. In the process, he damn near runs over Steve, who's walking into the bar as Aries is leaving. As he returns to the bar, she's gone. He frantically checks the lobby, and there's no sign of her. The next morning, Aries knocks on Andy's door, and he asks them if he saw her last night. Cut away to Oh Steve.
Come on, don't be an ass, man. Did you see her leave last night or not?
No, she was gone when we left.
Probably couldn't stand listening to all that moaning. Oh, Steve. Oh, Steve.
Yeah, it's very original.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. That's white sarcasm. My fault. I should have recognized that. I didn't. I dropped the ball on that. Thank you, brother. And like I said, I know I've played something similar to that. A girl getting fucked, saying, "Oh, Steve." But your premise was different, but the punchline was the
premise
same.
is good because
yeah, but the punchline was the same.
And just to let everybody know, see how Aries' hat is on. He to put his swag on. He pushes it on the other side.
Yeah, it's got a tilt to it. All right, D-Matic, the producer, and this is the one I told you about yesterday, Andy, on the way to the club. The Would You Rather.
Okay.
Aries, would you rather watch the whole series of the Wayans Brothers show, the whole series of Martin, or eat a bucket of buffalo wings? But here's the catch. For every wing you eat, the bone breaks in half. I know it's fucked up, but pick your poison.
I know what your answer is.
What?
You're going to have to go with watching the show.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Here's where you fucked up. The first half of that, the stakes should have been higher. Because for me to watch a whole series, even if it's a series I'm not necessarily fond of, and I got to admit, the Wayans brothers would be more painful for me than Martin. But even that, you know, the Bones, I can't fuck with them Bones, yo. But you should have said something to raise, to even it out, to make it more of a conundrum.
You know, just so you guys understand this, I really wanted to just tell you this because we got to film more of this kind of funny stuff when we're eating. Aries, I think we were in Buffalo actually, and we ordered some wings. And Aries looked at his basket. He goes, "Oh, these look great." And then there was just this one wing on the side, and it was snapped, and the bone's coming through. And Aries just looks at me seriously, and I can't get you guys to understand this. I know there's no way I'm going to get you to understand this. Looked at me with almost like little kid pain in his face and said, "Could you please take that out of my basket?"
Listen, last night I told Andy. No, not last night. Friday night. This bar called Kelly's. Got motorcycles and shit in the bar.
It's a cool bar.
Cool bar. And I ordered some wings, all drums. And I didn't look in the bag. I just, said, fuck it. I got drums. And I got to my room and I got a 12-piece. and the drums were Lily Pop style. I threw the whole bag away.
Lollipop style.
Lollipop style.
Yeah.
I just threw the whole fucking bag away. And just ended up getting some microwave lasagna from downstairs.
That's how much it affects you, that you would rather eat a microwave lasagna.
Yeah. Than a fresh hot batch of wings. And for those of you who don't know, Andy, please explain what lollipop means.
It's a French style, and that's where they take the skin, they take the little drumette, and they cut away part of it. They clean the bones. So there's just bone, and then they take the meat part and they flip it up like an umbrella, so it goes over the top like a lollipop. It sits on the top, so it's all meat, but the stick now,
the whole bone.
This is just the bone, the thing that he doesn't like to look at like that. And it's so funny. It's funny to me. It really is funny to me because I have a lot of idiosyncrasies myself. But, and Aries is well aware of them and he puts up with them. But Aries is just, it's funny because I would never imagine that being something that the bone, a chicken bone. But if this one was just snapped in half.
Let me tell you something. If I ever got a compound fracture, kill me.
You wouldn't be able to move, would you?
I would die looking at my own injury.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I saw a dude who snapped his leg and the bone comes out of the skin. It is painful to look at.
Whoa. Alexa Flowers, bitch badge holder. Hey, fellas, listening to the Love to Love You episode, wanted you to know that I am still here. I listen to every episode as it drops. We're still here. Life is just lifing. LOL, by the way, Andy, some black girls use mousse, especially us with the curly hair. Not too much, though. You don't want those crunchy curls. All right, guys. Love you, Alexa. Thank you, baby. I forgot about you.
Yeah, I just never seen a black girl use regular mousse.
I didn't either. I've never either.
So, no, good to know. Little knowledge.
Black girls use mousse at the same ratio niggas wear moccasins with no socks.
You know, dude, now I'm going to forget his name. He went to the U of A. He was on, he's on the NBA show, the new NBA show. Damn it.
Give me clues.
He went to the U of A, man.
Give me another clue.
He was an NBA basketball player.
White?
Black, bald head. Went to
U.
Yeah. Talks with that real. I don't want to say what I'm about to say.
Say it.
It's just very well pronounced English, like you went to a school to pronounce it. So you sound like you went to Duke. That's the better way for me to say it.
Did he go to Duke?
No, he went to the U of A.
I'm thinking of Jason Williams. Not Jason. Damn, who is he now? Now you got me fucked up.
I mean, he makes he's so, and I hate saying this way because it sounds like
what show is he on? Is it it's not First Take?
No, he's on the NBA show, the new one, the new NBA basketball show.
On what
ESPN, on ESPN. The one that Rachel Nichols used to do, but now it's the black chick that does it now.
Oh, but I don't really watch that show.
Damn,
like
I'm going to forget his name, but he was.
You don't know what team he played for in the pros?
He played for Toronto.
Tracy McGrady?
No, he went to the U of A. I'll remember it eventually here. Anyway, but first of all, I want to apologize for saying very well spoken. And listen, I'm going to say this
because you're white.
No, but I want to make sure that I say this. He is well spoken for everyone in fucking America. Like he has that voice where it's just perfect all the time.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. I didn't want anybody to think that I was trying to...
When you said well-spoken, I knew you wasn't talking about Kendrick Perkins.
He's very
let me tell you something, Mike and Stephen A. Mike and Miley. You don't think people talk about LeBron James, but I'm going to tell you something, Stephen A.
Anyway. Sounds like his tongue is too big for his mouth.
Dude, he was wearing no socks. And he was wearing loafers. He was wearing like regular like Gucci loafers. I want to know
who this nigga is now.
And he's on the show and they're talking about it. And he stepped on the back of his loafers so that they're like slides. So
who is this nigga?
Dude, I love this dude. I can't remember. It's one of those where the name has left me, but I know.
You know, when motherfuckers start talking about loafers, I think they talking about bread. I'm like, why would somebody step on a bag of bread? Stephen A. Your money.
That's so mean to make fun of Kendrick Perkins like that.
Man, that motherfucker. The only part that I think I kind of sound like him is when I say Stephen A. and Molly or Molly and who is it?
Stephen A. and Molly. Yeah.
He has more air though. He has more breath.
Yeah, I gotta watch him, but he's one I think I could get.
Anyway,
Let me tell you something.
Richard Jefferson.
Oh, okay. He looks like the eagle from the Muppets.
He does not. He's a good-looking dude.
I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying look at the eagle from the Muppets, the blue eagle, and look at him.
I don't see it, but I have to look at the blue eagle
You
again.
have to look at the blue eagle.
Anyway, he was wearing this, and the whole time I was watching him, I wanted to text you, turn on ESPN right now.
Right.
Black man wearing loafers, and it was funny. But Richard Jefferson has that voice, the one that I'm talking. He could have been like like an announcer.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but watching him, that's not anything that ever stood out to me like that.
His voice?
Yeah.
No, I think he has a perfect
Really?
voice. Yeah. Listen to his voice. He has a perfect voice.
Boy, I tell you, if I could do, what would be great for me and Godfrey? Because Godfrey does a great Shannon Sharp. If he did Shannon Sharp and I did Kendrick Perkins.
Skip. Stephen A. Skip.
Listen,
but there would be so much saliva all over the papers in the desk.
honestly, I'm not fucking with Kendrick Perkins right now. I'm just saying, to be on national television and to have that voice,
right?
I love watching him because he's very passionate about it, what he talks about. But I'm watching Stephen A. Smith watch him sometimes when he's talking, and you can see like
right,
he's like,
because Stephen A. is a thesaurus.
Yeah,
man.
he's like, you can see him like coaching him. He's coaching him.
Stephen A. looks like an arrogant, aggressive Kermit the Frog. Kendrick Perkins was born out of a swamp. It just looks like he just was born out of a swamp.
Dude, but when
he just came out of muddy bubble water.
I'm hungry. Where's everybody saying Stephen A. about the? Stephen A.
Dude, he was in such great shape though when he was with the Celtics.
Yeah.
What happened to that man?
Dude, that commercial that's out now where they're doing a play on Allen Iverson's practice.
Yeah.
But Cashback with Kevin Hart, Steph Curry, Allen. It's weird to see Allen without a square jaw.
Yeah.
He got chunky, nigga. His face is chunky.
Him and dude, who's the guy that sees you sometimes when we're in Tommy T's?
Gary Payton.
Gary Payton got that same kind of face now.
But when them niggas retire, boy, it's like it's almost like when your daddy would loosen his belt after a big meal and that stomach goes.
Because they don't have to work out every single day like they used to.
Right.
And you consume calories when you're playing a sport like that.
Right.
And then even if you cut back and you don't work out every day like that, it's still not enough.
Damn.
But Allen Iverson does look different. He looks like the grandfather, Allen Iverson.
Just weird because when he was in his playing days, that nigga's jaw could cut diamonds. That shit was sharp and square. Now that nigga got the motherfucker.
So, but black man, Richard Jefferson wears shoes, no socks.
I'm not sure Richard Jefferson's black.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Aurora Cadell. Bitch badge holder check-in. I like that.
This is another.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what was the last? Do you remember?
Alexa Flowers.
I love that name, by the way.
Like a porn star.
Alexa Flowers, thank you. Because I just want to say thank you. I love that name.
Me and him going both jizz to your name.
Alexa Flowers.
Alexa Flowers. Give it up on the main stage for Alexa Flowers. All right. Aurora Cadell. I love it. Dude said, what happened to the bitch badge holders? And some of them are responding. I know AB sent one.
Yeah.
We don't have to. Shamor's there. We know. Aurora and Alexa, who I didn't really, but we ain't heard from Farrah. I'm telling you, she dead, dog.
She's fine.
She's gone, man.
She's fine.
All right. Hello, A&A. Hope this note finds you well. I've been listening since June of last year. Damn, so you just started.
Of last year, it's almost a year. She got a year in.
But you can't get a bitch badge. You haven't put enough time in, baby. I tell you what, if you want to speed up the process, send me and Andy a picture of your titties, and we will put you through to the badge quicker. It's like getting a passport. You could get it on regular time, or you could expedite the process. All right. Yeah. I've been listening since June of last year. Getting to know your podcast personalities has been a blast. Andy was a huge surprise for me as he really does balance some situations on the show. Aries, I've been a fan since Mad TV, came across you on Instagram talking about the podcast, requested the link, and here I am. I spent time listening at home. I've argued and agreed with you on a number of subjects out loud in my room. LOL. Sharing your podcast with family and friends has been super easy with subjects like religion, racism, porn titles, and city reviews. The impressions seal the deal. The guest list has been on fire since I've been listening in. Thank you for the laughs, provoking thoughts. Till the next time, XO BBH Dora Cadell. Thank you, baby. I'm glad.
But she doesn't say she's a bitch badge holder. She just
No,
wrote
she
in.
does. Look, bitch badge holder.
Oh, okay.
Check in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she anointed herself without me being the anointer to her anointee.
You know, she's in process.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want to speed it up and get it quicker, a thong shot will get you 2 weeks quicker. A titty shot will get you a week quicker. And straight vajayjay, I'll bring it to you myself.
This isn't a misogynist podcast at all.
Not
There's
at
no
all.
misogyny in that.
Nah. It's a touchy-feely podcast. Let me just go ahead and knock this last one out right here. Our girl AB, bitch badge holder request. Hi, hey, Big Daddy. You see, AB, when you start out like that, girl, ooh. I gotta pick the head of my dick up out of its macaroni salad. You know, I just started that because of the Wolf of Wall Street when the lawyer's telling Leonardo DiCaprio and he's running out of breath. You got so fucking high last time I had to pick your face up out of the macaroni salad.
It's such a great movie.
Yeah, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Oh, no, please don't tell me I did the thing I did last time. No,
Did you delete it?
what the fuck did I push?
Just go into to the trash. Go into the trash.
Trash. But I fucking just pushed one button and it's gone.
Is it up there at the top?
No.
Oh, because it goes by the date it came in. So unless you know the date it came in.
Hold up. Let me do that other thing you told me to do. What'd you do right here? AB. Type in AB. Right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Subject contains AB. Maybe this is it. God damn it. What the fuck did I do when I do that?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, you think she sent it to you too?
I think she did. Here we go.
Oh, Auntie to the rescue.
Let's see if I have it. I think I do.
Oh, please. That would be awesome. God damn. I pushed one motherfucking thing.
Do you remember when she sent it?
It was recent, like this week. Man, I'm so fucking stupid.
It's just A and then B.
A-B-E-E.
Right.
Space.
There is a space between the A and B?
Yeah.
All right. Bitch
You
bad.
got it
Yeah.
Yay! Damn. All right. Andy, look at you.
Came through.
God damn. I'm trying to think of a nice analogy. Fuck it. All right. God damn, you like a Viagra pill. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to fuck, but you entered my body and you got my dick hard.
See, the blue pill can be many different things. It can be from the Matrix.
Ooh, let me read this because that didn't sound right.
It can be the blue pill.
Can you please give me a minute to respond? To the person who expressed concern about the perceived silence of the bitch badge holders, believe it or not, we are actually all okay. We are able to step back and let you all fanboy with double A. If you've noticed, there has been an influx of a lot of new people getting their emails read. We know that when we write in our emails get read on the podcast, and we don't always need the shine. The last thing we want is for anyone to cry that only our messages are getting read, because when they do, we have all kinds of songs and sound effects to go. I sound like magic. Sound effects to go with our messages. Stop hating or thanks for the love. You pick which side you are on this message. We are all living our lives, enjoying the podcast, laughing along, and keeping our pussies fresh and clean. Good girl. Shout out and rest in peace to the original bitch badge holder, Tina Turner. Have a safe and fun summer, everyone. These streets are out of control. Keep your head on a swivel. I forgot, speaking of which.
Yeah.
Condolences to the families of two great black icons that we lost, Jim Brown and Tina Anime Turner. Oh, what's love got to do with it? What's love? Put a backhand of emotion. Almost got lightheaded on that because I ain't ate nothing.
How do you think? Now I'm gonna forget his name too.
Ronald?
No.
Ike.
Yeah. How do you think? Is Ike there? Is Ike waiting to greet her?
He is in heaven with his fist ball. No, he's in hell. And he's looking up in heaven. He's like, bitch, if I can get up there, I'm a motherfucking. All right. Tate Dog. Hulk Hogan. Hey, Aries, can you please be Hulk Hogan cutting a racist promo on the black guys fucking his daughter with the what you gonna do catchphrase at the end? What you gonna do, brother? When you're fucking my daughter and Hogan come. I can't do Hogan the way I used to. When I was a kid, I could nail that impression. I just imagine Hulk Hogan's daughter is getting fucked by some black dude. And Macho Man Randy Savage is in the corner jacking off like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, playtime. Jamani Sylvester. What the chuck did you say? Yerp. What's good, fellas? Did you catch the TNT guys, Shaq and Kenny, laughing their asses off when Barkley said he wanted to sit on the monster? LMAO Classic. I showed you that, right?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
The funniest thing.
Shaq, as always, catches Barkley saying something he didn't mean to say, and the rest is history. Shaq can't keep his composure and says, "What the chuck did you just say?" Which I think is brilliant.
That's
what
funny.
A great play on a word. I think that needs to be the name of your next podcast. LOL. Keep the funny coming. Jamani.
That's what we wanted to do at the very end. We talked about that, putting it at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
What the chuck did you just say?
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
I think that is genius.
Edwin Espinal. Edwin. I never wanted that name. I'm not trying to shit on you, Edwin, but I'm glad, Mama. I never wanted that name for myself. Two names I always thought were, I can't get no pussy goofy. Edwin and Albert.
In the 80s, they had Edwin jeans, and they were great jeans. They were from Japan. Great jeans.
Really?
Edwin jeans, yeah. They were like some of the
Edwin?
Edwin jeans, man. They were like the first.
When no full name like Edwin Yakamoto?
Edwin jeans, man. They were like $100 a pair. They were beautiful.
At $100?
In the 80s.
That's a lot of money in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they were expensive jeans.
Damn. Right, you know why they ain't around no more?
Because they were $100?
It was named Edwin. First time writer, long time listener. Hello, the Jew and the jerk and the Jew. My name is Edwin, but everyone calls me Eddie. Yeah, stick to Eddie. I'm a Dominican raised in Philly. Aries, I've been a fan since the first time I saw you on Def Comedy Jam. You have been one of my favorite comedians ever since. I thought you were better than the whole lineup that night. Not that it matters, but my favorite list goes 1, Dave Chappelle, 2, Aries Spears, 3, Patrice. That's about it. Other comedians I do enjoy watching, but don't crack me up like those three. I think Kevin Hart is overrated, and I really like old Cat Williams. Unlike wine, the older he got, the worse he got, LOL. Anyways, started listening to the show since the last time you guys were here in Philly last year at Helium. Can't wait for you guys to come to Philly again. Andy, you have grown on me, and I love how you compliment. Why are you laughing?
Because I have to grow on people.
Yeah,
I'm like fungus.
Yeah.
You don't like me right away. I have to grow on you.
Well, don't even look at like fungus. You're like a good marijuana. You know, it takes time for you to bud. But when you do, niggas get high with you. Andy, you have grown on me, and I love how you compliment some of Aries' ignorance when he's not well educated on the subject. This nigga here. I think you are a very important part of the show and hate when you sell yourself short just because you're not famous like Aries. Get over the self-pity bullshit and know your worth. Aries, I really can't understand why you want people to start with the old episodes and not listen to the new ones.
I love this guy.
This motherfucker. It just doesn't make any damn sense. A new listener catching up to current episodes is literally a full-time job and would take months. I'm with Andy on this one. I listen to the new ones and jump back to the older episodes. It's just the best way. Your podcasts get me through my gym time and work. I buy, fix, and sell cars. So when I'm wrenching away, your podcast is on 90% of the time. If you haven't, take a look at the movie The Platform on Netflix and the show Ted Lasso. I know it might not be Aries' cup of tea, but I think Andy would enjoy it. It's on Apple TV, and the writing is genius. Anyways, guys, love the show. Keep up the good work, and fuck all the haters like English accent fucking Brandon from the UK. Much love, mofos. Dominican, Eddie.
I like Ted Lasso, but I've never been able to watch it the whole series, the whole way through. I think I could.
Because it's not good enough?
No, it's good. It's very funny, but it's like watching the first. The only way I can explain this, and it's this is a bad analogy, but it's the only way I can say it. I really like the first. Geez, I hate myself sometimes.
Give me clues.
No, just name any comedy. Any comedy that's
TV show.
No.
Series.
No, I'm gonna give you the right one. What's the show with Zach Galifianakis? The Hangover, the very first one.
I love how sometimes when you're thinking, you fingering an invisible woman.
Yeah, and it comes to me.
Yeah, it comes to me. And if you do this, she'll come to you.
Yeah, it's a show. I liked it. It's full of jokes. It's well written. It has everything, but it's just too jokey for me sometimes. And I like to get out of the joke land sometimes. Right. And it's so jokey that it's like watching The Hangover and over. Hangover is great.
So there's such thing as too much jokes.
For me, I want to see a little bit of like when we're watching Snowfall. That really got me. It had 80s. It had there was funny scenes in it, but it had hard edge scenes in it. It had I need more than just comedy.
Right.
Because that's what we do. I can't be comedy 24/7. By the way, though, before we jump there, Helium Philly, we're going to be there August 31st through September 3rd.
Can't wait.
Just to let you know, so you can come on out.
Fuck. And listen, let me not beat a dead horse, but let me nudge the motherfucker a little bit. You're grown. Y'all are grown. Grown folk gonna do what grown folk do. If you want to listen to the podcast from the beginning, fine. If you don't want to do it and do it Andy's way, fine. I am just a stickler for potency. And I'm simply telling you that there's a different reaction from when you listen Andy's way and you go, I don't get that callback. I don't understand this character. I don't understand this reference point. And then you go back and go, oh, now I get it. Versus my way, and you go, oh my God, because you got the context. So that when you hear the character and you see the birth, the growth, and then later, when it's really matured, you have a better respect and understanding and appreciation for it because you watched it grow. You nurtured with it. It's like a parent who watches their child go from a baby to graduation day. When you hear certain callbacks, you laugh harder because you already know the starting point. I'm just saying it's a different potency. I like my jokes to be uncut, unstepped on cocaine, and Andy likes oregano.
I just don't think that they're missing that.
They absolutely
no.
They absolutely are.
You're going to listen to it. Some episodes won't have any of that they need. Some episodes don't have any of it.
Okay, but that's an episode that doesn't have any of it, to which it doesn't matter what order you hear it. But to the things that have characters, for the things that have callbacks, you don't get it if you haven't gotten it.
And to listen to 2 years of Donald Trump, sometimes it's not necessary.
You don't. There's no time limit on a great book. You can pick up a great
There's
book.
no time limit, so they can get it. They can get it afterwards. But
nobody reads a book from the end to the beginning.
No, but they can get this, and they're listening to us today, so they're current. They can write into the podcast on current things that they've heard. They can be connected to us today and still go back and check out the history. You got to live today. You can't live in the past. Aries, you can't live in the past. You got to live today. You got to live for today.
Andy likes watching a televised porno sting backwards so he can see the dude get a money back. That's an old joke, but fuck it.
I like it. It's good. You gotta live for today.
Okay. That was from Edwin.
That's what they make shells for, the history books.
Okay. Julius Buckhalter.
That's a name that you
Buckhalter, nigga. That sounds like
Julius too, though. You have to carry that around you.
Julius. But I like Buckhalter. He sounds like he's best friends with Bridgewater. Hey, Buckhalter. Hey, Bridgewater. All right. Let's eat pistachios with the shells. That's what a real man does. He doesn't worry about the nicks and scrapes and cuts and blood to his throat. When he spits, people go, why is your phlegm red? Because that's real man spit blood. All right. So if you just now listen to this podcast for the first time, you go, who the fuck is Burt Bridgewater? You know what I mean?
It's Burt Bridgewater. They just heard him. You know why? You know why real men, what you just said?
Spit blood?
Spit blood. Because they bleed internally. They don't want to get any of their blood on someone else. It's for
That's right. When we die, you'll never know it because our organs shut down and our blood stays in our body.
We die with our eyes open.
We die with our eyes open and our lips are made to say, fuck you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. White Men Can't Jump. I feel like y'all was looking for these characters to based off the original. $10. A lot of money.
Ooh.
You have to put to be based off the originals. I think it was meant for the new generation, not to be like anything the original was. I'm 37, but I still got it. Maybe because I'm very connected to my nieces and nephews. When they make these remakes, we have to get the originals out of our minds.
Well, wait, before you go really far, can you just stop there for a second? Before they make the remake, so it is connected to the original.
Yes.
You have to get them out of your mind. What is the first part? He says, we are looking for the character to be based on the original. It is based on the original.
Right.
That's how they got White Man Can't Jump, and that's why it's about a white basketball player and a black dude basketball player.
Right.
These two dudes. So I'm already not with you.
Well, I'm not going to be with him on the second one. When he says, when we have to get the originals out of our mind, just like House Party, Space Jams, Ghostbusters. And you know what's ironic?
They all have in common?
None of those are better than the original.
No, I wouldn't even say not better. They're
not.
No, the word not better didn't even come into existence.
Right.
They weren't good.
The reviews for the remake of House Party have been terrible. Terrible.
You know,
a lot of people said, yo, Space Jam 2, it wasn't as good as 1. And box office, it wasn't as successful.
But with House Party,
yes,
they could have made that without calling it House Party. They could have made that completely different.
Right.
In LeBron James' house, through a party.
Right.
They could have done that.
They should have just called it LeBron James' house. Right.
And done a different, so that it didn't have any of that.
Because to follow the original House Party, which was so much fun, and there's so many moments you can point out in that movie. What's that smell? I
smell pussy.
I love it. At first I went, what the fuck is wrong with Andy? But then I quickly, my basketball savvy went, oh, this nigga's throwing the alley-oop. He gave me the Kobe to Shaq. Kobe to Shaq! Oh! And Robin Harris was in it. So come on, man. All right, I digress. The son was wearing Wesley's hat at the end. Small stuff like that is just a nod. They're not trying to make the same movie with just different actors. Overall, it wasn't as bad as y'all say. But of course, it's not better than the original. So where does that fall? What pride is there in that?
Then make a different fucking movie. It's the same thing that there's no reason. There's been plenty of times that other movies have been remade, but under a different movie. They change the characters. They do a little. Right. They could have done it the same way. Don't grab on to the past and then put your own spin on it and say, well, it's a nod. Do it. Either do a different movie completely and enjoy that movie for what it is, or do the remake.
And here's an inescapable fact. The moment you brand something a remake, whether you want to or not, the comparison is going to be made because you put the pressure on yourself when you say it's a remake. To the people who saw the original, you're going to make the comparison. That's why, to Andy's point, just start over.
And I did say though to his point though, I did say I took myself out of it. I didn't get it. It's not for me. It's for a different generation. And I said that. But then don't be mad at me because I'm calling it out for what it is.
Right. Anyway, can't wait to hear what y'all think about Dear Mama. Well, you already did. Especially if you listen in the order. Or if you don't, I fucked it up. That shit gave us more than any other documentary we've seen on Pac. Still listening to this episode, though. Much respect. Oh, and P.S. Ain't nobody balling like that with bad knees. That's why they called it White Men Can't Jump. Okay. Julius Buckhalter. Ty Pope. Man, listen. What up, y'all? I gotta hear you guys take on something. I saw a clip of white comedians on a podcast talking about how they don't use washcloths. They were saying how they share soap with their family and the soap be all in between their cheeks and shit. And yes, we're all looking at you, Andy. To be honest, it's what kind of scared me from white women thinking they don't scrub that ass with a rag. I'm squeamish about some stuff too, especially cleaning my food. It was just a thought. I figured y'all would have something wild to put with it. The remake for White Men Can't Jump was enjoyable to me. They should have just called it something else. I went in fully expecting to hate it, but it wasn't terrible. Keep the damn thing going. Keep doing the damn thing. Later. White folks and soap.
I've said this before, and this is where we do disagree on this. If it's a bar of soap,
right,
washcloth. Or a loofah, whatever you do, something that doesn't allow you to have intimate contact with the other person that's touched the soap.
Right.
If it's a gel soap, if it's that soap, I don't need a washcloth. Right. I can soap up. But see, this is the other thing though. But before I get off this, I use a brush. I use a brush, a scrub brush,
right,
for my skin because that's and that.
But when you use the brush, would you take off the head and replace it with another one, or you just use the same brush again?
Use the same brush again, but you replace the brush periodically.
So whatever you washed...
You wash the brush off.
Oh, okay.
Like I put soap on it again, and
I tell you
wash
right
it
now,
off.
black people are going, wait a minute.
You use the washcloth. I know you wash the washcloth.
Right, but no, you use a new fresh washcloth.
But you washed it.
Yeah.
I washed the brush.
Okay.
It's not any different.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't stick the brush up my ass either.
Listen.
And I don't,
wait. That might feel kind of good.
And I don't like and enjoy the idea of coming to this hotel that other people have done whatever God knows what to the washcloth, and then stick that up me either. Like washing my fucking. I don't like washcloths when I'm at a hotel. But if it's soap, if it's a bar soap, I'm going to use the washcloth. If they have liquid, I'm going to use the soap without the washcloth. But
wait. So if it's the liquid soap, you're going to wash your body with that and your hand?
Yeah.
What happens when it's time to clean in the crack of your ass?
Put my hand
in the crack of your ass?
Well, how do you wipe your ass with toilet paper?
That's different. Toilet paper.
That's shit. Your hand.
No, but my hand is not making contact with shit.
It's a paper thin away from fucking your ass.
What are you using? Literally one sheet?
No,
one square.
Okay,
if you got enough of a gob of toilet tissue in your palm, your skin will never come into contact with doo doo.
What's the amount that is considered gob?
Where if I put a gob in the palm of my hand, I don't see none of my hand.
So you wrap it up like a mummy.
Fuck a mummy. Like I grabbed a bushel of shit. Not shit, but like somebody said, hey, only get 2 pieces of candy. And I grabbed damn near the whole bowl.
I want you to come out with your own brand of toilet paper. Gob toilet paper.
Yeah, for when you got to get it right, nigga.
That's the tagline, when you got to get it right.
Oh.
There's nothing on my asshole. I've wiped my ass.
Wait, baby. So you ain't never took a shit and then went, I got to take a shower afterwards.
Yeah, but I wiped my ass.
Okay, but there's still traces of doo-doo in it.
Yeah. Probably.
and you put your hand in there.
Do you eat pussy?
Oh, I can't wait for this comparison. Yes.
Okay. In the field of pussy,
Yes.
what is directly adjacent to the pussy?
The butthole.
Do you don't think there's just as much travel between butthole and pussy right there that you're getting some?
There are many neighborhoods in the suburbs that are adjacent to where the niggas live. I know we're not to cross the line.
You don't think that that's coming over there?
No.
Dude, you have asshole on your upper lip after you're done eating
sir.
pussy.
No,
Yep,
sir.
yes, sir.
No,
yes,
sir. Because if you're eating the pussy right, you're in the clitoris area, which ain't nowhere near the butthole.
That doesn't make a difference. Everybody sweats. Everybody has transfer. It's right there. It's in the same neighborhood. The park is located next to the dump.
I'm talking.
The park is next to the dump.
I'm talking to all of our fans. The bat signal is in the air. Send the fucking emails, please. In my James Brown voice, please, please, please.
Let me ask you this question.
Oh my God.
If you went to the park and there was a dump next door to it,
A dump, what do you mean?
a dump like where you dump garbage and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you wouldn't smell the odor from the dump?
Dude, most of the parks I go to, I ain't never seen no dumps.
This particular one that we're talking
No,
about
see,
right
you're
now.
searching for doo-doo.
No, what I'm saying, this particular park is located right next to the dump.
Puts his naked hand in his ass crack with doo-doo follicles. Listen, it's
And I
all,
washed my hands.
okay. This is why niggas don't eat from white folks.
You're using a washcloth that just got washed. My hands, I know, are cleaner than the washcloth. Even after they wash that shit.
Bat signal is in the air. I need y'all to meet me on the motherfucking roof.
Okay, so let me just ask you this one last question. So
Yes.
you wash you take that towel and you stick it up your ass. You wash the
First
towel.
of all, you don't stick it up your ass.
Well, I don't stick my hand up my ass either. I'm not going into
But
the
your
hole.
hand don't belong in between your butt cheeks like it's some lettuce in between a sandwich.
You stick it up there when you wipe your ass
With a
toilet-
washcloth?
with toilet paper.
But
Yeah, I know it's protected,
but there's
but
no
it's
contact.
What do you think your finger in your asshole when you do that?
What do you mean?
I'm not sticking my hand in my asshole
When you taking it, when you wiping your ass, or when you talking about in the shower?
when you shower.
I know, but your hand is going inside the dirty building. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's not going up the asshole though. When you itch your ass, you don't put your hand in your ass in the building crack. If it itches, do you itch it, or do you go get something to itch it?
I'm not here to discuss everything I do on this podcast, nigga.
You're making
Put
it like
it like this. Put it like this. If there's a bomb, do they send motherfuckers to go disarm the bomb, or they send the robot? They send the robot. So in case there's an
so you
accident,
got a robot that itches your ass,
no, I got a robot that cleans my ass called a washcloth. That's the robot.
and then you wash that washcloth, right?
After I'm done,
Yeah, you wash it.
I eventually wash it.
You put it in the towel with your other towels.
When I in the washer,
Yeah, and then you wash it, and you believe that's clean.
It is clean.
No, I guarantee you it's not.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And then you wipe your face with that same towel.
No. Jesus Christ. First of all, okay. I use two different towels. I got a washcloth for the body and a washcloth for the face. So, you know what I mean?
It's marked. It's marked, so you know which one.
My color scheme.
You got a color scheme.
I got a color scheme. It's two different colors. One color for the body, another color for the face.
You do. You have that at your house?
Yes.
What colors? What colors the body towels?
Random colors.
What color's the white? What color's the
Ass towel?
Ass towel.
White, so a white motherfucker can clean all the shit out my ass, nigga. That's my fucking to America. White motherfuckers, wipe my brown ass, nigga.
I hate to tell you this, but all the asses have brown.
Yeah, but it's a white towel doing the job. All right, Pancho Z. I'm sorry, folks. We totally detoured, yo. I didn't know that was going to be that long. Pancho Z, Comedy rulers, what up, Aries? Hey, you heard about the comedian in China who made a joke about the Chinese army and was fined $2 million because of that? He also is facing criminal charges as well, LOL. And I thought comedy was moist in America, haha. Hey, Aries, what do you think you would have done if you were in his shoes? You would probably double down, right? And did you see the White House Correspondents' Dinner where comedian Roy Wood Jr. made fun of Joe Biden to his face? So you see, comedy really isn't censored in America. You just have to go through the cracks in the armor. Did you hear about the Chinese dude? Have you heard about this?
I heard about that. No, but it's not about sensitive. The government controls speech. See this? I don't want to get into this because we'll get in. We'll go.
Oh, this will eat up the last 14
this
minutes.
Will go into a whole other thing. This is what happens when the government controls your speech. You're not allowed to make fun of the Chinese government. That's why he's in trouble. When you say soft, there's a difference between people reacting to comedy, and this is where the problem is coming in. This is when you're legislating what people are allowed to say in this country, and that's where we open up the door to move to that kind of regime that they have in China, where you're not allowed to. They can censor your speech. There's a difference between the two. Aries wouldn't be allowed to do this in China. Dude, you shouldn't be allowed to do that anywhere.
Just a bit outside.
You cannot tell me
Cleveland.
That's why you're worried about what kind of towel you use.
My farts be so strong, the towel disintegrate in my hand before it even comes
Your
close.
farts sound wet all the
They're
time.
not. I keep telling you, it's a dry rub, nigga.
Then your ass cheeks are wet. Something's wrong with
Nothing's
you.
wet.
Something's wrong with that sound. That is not a normal sound.
Listen, my ass cheeks are a black man's lips. There's some Dougie Fresh shit popping off, nigga. We make music when we fart.
The Correspondents' Dinner, just to go back to this, they've always made fun of that. That's the beauty of America. You were always allowed to make fun of the politicians. You were always allowed to make fun of the government. That's the Correspondents' Dinner. And we are allowed, and this is what's so important about comedy in America and why they can't legislate what they're doing, why people have to stop being mad at comics, why people have to stop trying to say that it's inappropriate, is because comics are the ones that are always, since comedy was invented, which before stand-up even, the jesters were allowed to make fun of the monarchy. You cannot have a free society without comics allowed to be free to fuck up, because this is the other important thing that people don't understand about comedy. It's not every room, not every time do you say it exactly the same, and not every time does the room interpret it the same. So just because someone says it and it gets taken out of context doesn't mean that that is necessarily bad. You have to allow comedians to say the wrong thing and be wrong in order to develop the skill that they do and display, because you can't stop us from questioning what is right and what's wrong. If you make us just say the right things, you'll never get us to be able to say what is wrong with things.
That was eloquently put. And I agree.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I'm not a famous comic. I'm not a superstar comic, but I believe in comedy. And last night, that line when someone said, "That's just mean," and I said, and I called it out, and I go, "But what would happen if I didn't say that?" And the guy goes, "That would have been even sadder." And I go, "That's because comedy saves lives." And everybody applauded because they got what I was trying to, what the joke does. But everybody gets into their sensitivity, and they don't allow themselves to enjoy what is great about comedy. You can't be sensitive. You got to stop being bitches.
John Thompson, first time writing in. Hey, A&A, this is Raekwon, the God from Dayton, Ohio. My real name is John, but I hate that shit, LOL. I'm 24, and I'm a long-time listener, been a fan since the Pussy Podcast. Attaboy. I'm late to the patty, Boston accent, but I'm writing in now. I went to the Funny Bone show in Columbus with my then girlfriend. Y'all were funny as fuck. And Aries, I love your uncut Bolivian cocaine style of comedy. It be getting my depressed ass through shit. I had a great time at the show. I really love when you ejected Blank Man from the show like Jazzy Jeff on The Fresh Prince. And the shit you said to Gertrude. I remember that. That was an old lady that gave me the finger.
Yeah.
I was cracking the fuck up, but on a serious note, how did y'all get over your first love / breakup? My light-skinned ass. Skinned is not a word, brother. That's one of those black faux pas we need to stop with. Like, looked it, and I synced. My light-skinned ass been crying like a bitch. I really wanted that $10 a lot of money. I'm trying to move on, but it's difficult at the moment. I'm confident in girls' DMs, but I don't have the gift of gab in person. I have social anxiety, and I'm also on the autism spectrum. I got a picture with you, Aries, and my then girlfriend is in it, but it's hard to look at. By the way, I'm the nigga who asked how much that CD was, LOL. Please get back to me. It would mean a lot. Ray Kwan. You know, Ray, I always said my first breakup. Ida Burt, 5th grade. She announced it. We were together in the morning, and she broke up with me that afternoon after school. Ran home, shut the door, laid on my belly, and cried like a baby. Ever since then, all the breaking up I've been doing, I dumps bitches. They don't dump me. What? Any bad breakup?
Yeah, I've had bad breakups.
Andy's most horrible breakup is when he broke up with some money.
No. I've been broken up because of money, I think. No, everybody has bad breakups, man. I mean, first of all breakups are bad, else you wouldn't be breaking up, right?
Mm.
And the other thing is you have to, you know, someone said to me when I was going through a bad breakup, they just go, man, something better. There's always something better coming. And there always is. Well, there's always something better. So
that's one of those sayings.
No, there's always something better, man. There always is. I got to say, my life has proven to me that there's always something better. There's always because there's always a better fit for the the time.
Damn.
Again, dude,
just a bit outside Cleveland again.
You're gonna shit yourself.
One more, and we will officially bomb the entire city. Dude, we will have leveled Cleveland. Well, what about the autism thing? Autism, you think that has anything to do with
a lot? Because social anxiety is terrible. You know, people aren't going to understand this, but you as dudes, and I'm sure as women, you kind of have an idea of what you want to say, and there's a lot of pressure put on dudes to say the right things because honestly, we're the ones who have to instigate the conversation. Women can instigate the conversation, but women aren't attracted to men that really can't instigate the conversation, to start the conversation, to open up the door.
We got to do all the wake.
We do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And so when you get into that situation and you're nervous and you're not confident and you already have a problem delivering your thoughts and having your thoughts and your mouth work together, you sometimes fall apart. And you just, it's a confidence thing, but it's also just, it's how you perceive, how you're perceived. And you get nervous and you go up there and you fuck up. But you just got to, just got to get better at it. And the only thing I can tell you is you got to keep doing it because there's no one that starts off suave. You got to keep working. And I don't give a shit what you say. You just said you cried like a bitch on your bed.
I was fucking in 5th grade.
So then by the time you were in 6th grade, you started to do better, right?
I was a genius.
Okay. You know, we just talked about the Tupac thing where Tupac had to figure out how to be that dude. You don't start, you have to, some people do come with obviously more swag than others. But swag is something that you earn. It's not something that just, Santa Claus does not put that in your stocking. You have to develop your own style because everyone's different. So someone's swag might be someone else's arrogance.
It's making me think of that commercial, the most interesting man in the world. When Santa Claus comes down his chimney, he gives Santa gifts. He's the most interesting man in the world.
But you have to have your own style. So that's what you have to develop. Right. And you don't do that unless you fuck up a bunch of times. What's your favorite quote from Michael Jordan?
It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
And then I've missed, what is that?
I've missed 9,000 shots in my career. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed.
That's it right there though. You got to fail. You got to fail. You got to go up and these guys that are good at this, it's because they learn not to give a fuck and to keep doing it until they figure it out.
Incidentally, I know the one girl who won't be coming back to see me in Portland. The one who said to me last night after the second show, "Can I please tell you something about the R word?" What? I have a relative with cerebral palsy. So, dude, it's not cool, my retarded joke where I go, McDonald. She goes, dude, it's not cool. I said, sweetheart, you are talking to deaf ears. You are never going to get me to change my coca. So you can miss me with this. But, dude, it's just not cool, you know? Just do the joke, but say another word. Bitch, you don't get your motherfucking, I mean, fuck out of here, man. I ain't never, come on, man. The product is the product, baby. You wanna change my product and change how I do because you don't like the way a nigga talk?
It's such a, but there's such a line for some people.
The line, well, then stay your ass at home.
Where you're safe.
Where you're safe. Deidre Ann Johnson. Mashugana.
That
was the word I couldn't fucking figure out. Mashugana.
See, when you kept saying "ugna" something, I kept thinking it started with a and so I was
right
because there's a lot of
starts with a muh.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Hebrew words that have a you know,
well,
like
then Biggie was Jewish.
Yeah, he was.
Give me the coke with the sugar,
but that there's a lot of yeah. So right. I wasn't looking for the, and so it's obvious once everybody said Meshuggah, I was like, oh, that
but I said to Andy when we were talking about this yesterday, he saved the joke with the niggardly. Andy, you're being niggardly with the Meshuggah for the nigger.
And I want to thank the audience for knowing. I was expecting someone to say something about that niggardly, the word.
Right.
And because of what it meant. And I just expected someone to say, well, you got to see it from this point of view. And no one did. And I'm so happy with our audience that no one did. So thank you.
But I'm starting to realize these are the people who buy the product. They know the product. They are consumers of the product on a regular basis. These are our junkies. So when we come to their neighborhood and we dishing out the Jew and the jerk coke, these are the junkies, the hookers, and the low lives and the bottom dwellers who buy our product, whose lives we've destroyed.
I'm glad you broke down our audience to that. No, but
give me the Spears and Steinberg podcast. I'll suck your dick.
But the reason I was surprised is, and this is what I was talking about, and I said this to Aries yesterday when we were talking about the reason I was surprised no one wrote in and said anything about it is a professor at a university in economics used that word niggardly for what it means, which is to be frugal, cheap, tight with the dollar. And he was talking about it, using it in the proper context at a university. Someone was offended. He explained the word. He thought, okay, we're good. He used the word again, and they went and complained to the administration and got the professor in trouble. So we're in times that don't make a lot of sense to me. So I didn't know how that was going to come off, and I was just that's why I said I was proud of our audience.
Hearing you say it right now, it feels right when you pronounce it correctly. When you say niggardly. Because if you were to go niggardly, now I got a problem. You got to say it right to get away with it. You got to say niggardly. You can't go, yo, niggardly.
Yeah, you're handling that very
niggardly. See? Yeah, you got to say that right to get away with it.
Don't do that. Now you found a loophole for people.
Man. All right, I'm going to read this last because he really wanted me to read it. It's got a little bit of length to it, so fuck it, here we go. I thought we were getting the cliff notes from you now, nigga, but hear ye, Divine Cast has got a scroll brought to us by the pigeon. First class racism. What's up, my Hasidic homeboys? This is going to be a long one. Oh, goodness, wait. You know, did he send this to you too? About the incident with his daughter on the plane and the racist dude. You got this?
Yeah, I think so.
Because here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. And I don't know why I'm not seeing the picture now. Anyway, long story short, Dwan, I promise you I'm going to read your email on the next email. Because here's what I want to do, though. Let me give you all the cliff notes. His daughter and his family, Dewan Curse, our brother Dewan Curse, was taking a vacation. And they were on a plane, and this white dude was texting someone, and he was saying real racist, vile shit about Dewan's daughter. And somehow they were able to get a screenshot of it. And he was doing all kind of backpedaling shit like that and calling them monkeys or whatever the vile shit he said. So they called him on it. And long story short, the dude was straight busted. And to backpedal, the dude said, hey, I apologize, blah, blah, blah. Here's my business card. And on the email that I don't know why I can't see it right now, but on the email that I had that Dewan sent, he had a picture of the dude's business card, which had his office and his cell phone number. I want to call the number and get the dude on the phone and just give him some shit. So I want to save this email, Dewan.
Yeah, I don't have that picture on here anymore.
Dewan, send me that picture again.
Yeah, because I don't have it.
Yeah, because I don't have it for some reason. I want to call this dude up and fuck with him a little bit. And obviously, I don't want to call him from my phone. So I'm either going to have to use a spare phone or use the hotel phone. But I want to save that because I want to have some fun at a racist expense. So I'll read this next one, which is short for my boy. Oh, here he come. Watch out, girls. He'll beat you up. Oh, here he come. He's a woman beater. I extended it.
Yeah, that's the dance version?
That's the dance version. As a matter of fact, let me do the remix. Steve, I'm going to sing it again. But while I'm singing it, I want you to give me some punching sound effects until I'm done at the woman beater part. So after I say what I just said about let me do the remix, make sure you cut out me giving you this direction. And now I'm going to start fresh after I'm gonna intro. Hey guys, so here's the remix, and I'm gonna count me into saying that. All right, in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, man, let's remix this shit. So with the help of the man behind the curtain, our guy Steve, here's Ronald's new song. Oh, here he come. Watch out, girls, he'll beat you up. Oh, here he come. He's a woman beater. All right. Ronald writes, what up, A&A Arises? Let's be real. I'm a black man, and I agree with Hulk Hogan. If my daughter dates a white guy, make sure he's a rich cracker, and plus, he was secretly recorded, and I don't give a fuck what you say. If you don't know you being recorded, we all say fucked up shit. And it's not about giving him a pass because all the you house niggas who voted Joe Biden gave him the biggest pass. So, Andy, I agree with you. Aries, I hope you don't curse me out. Just my opinion, no disrespect to you, because this is your show. I'm not feeling any kind of way about it whatsoever. Like I said, I used to have a joke when I say we're all a little racist. It just depends on the degree of your racism. We might not be smack a taco out of Mexican hand racist, but we're all a little racist. What we do behind closed doors in the privacy of our own homes and within the inner circle of our friends and our immediate family, that's what's real. Now, do you go out and burn crosses or hold demonstrations or, you know what I mean? No, unless you know, hardcore with it. But, you know, we all, you know, we people, man. We do people shit. We're just ordinary people. We say racist shit sometimes, though. The whites get mad when the rent's due. And it's late by a black because the landlord is Jew.
See, now people are going to think this is an anti-Semitic podcast.
It's just me being niggardly instead of niggardly. Oh. All right.
You got to be able to make fun of everyone, man.
Yeah, man. And and Andy, he agreed with you. You know, you know, get a rich, if not, you know what I mean. If you're gonna go there, that's wrong. But it, you know, right?
Well, what's the alternative? I mean, seriously, if you're the dad,
right,
no matter who you are, whatever the nationality, whatever and the dad's like, damn, you know, I really wanted her to marry someone that looked like me as her dad.
Right.
And she brings home someone completely different. And then he thinks about it. And he's like, "Damn, well, couldn't she at least got a rich one? Make it make it worthwhile." Is that
now? I wonder if it matters to the dad that he's ridiculously rich, but he's like a rapper who's thug, ghetto, gold teeth, pants sagging, says orange. Would you rather listen?
How famous is he?
I tell you what, if there are any racist white fathers that listen to this podcast, would you rather your daughter be with a broke ass Richard Jefferson or a rich ass Kodak Black? Both black, but the poor one is the nigga with the loafs with no socks who's articulate, world renowned, and astute. But the rich nigga is fucking dirty Detroit fingernails, a fucking Florida young boy, dreads and hair, gold teeth, pants sagging. Nigga see orange.
I can't imagine the conversation.
Between the father and the son?
Between the father
and the husband and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, look, man, you gonna let me, you know what I mean? I like your daughter, man. You know, a bad white bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be wild, my house be you come sleep over, you and your bitch. But if you see me and your daughter fucking on couch, she gonna be at shit. If you see that, cause you know, nigga like me. Where the fuck are you from? I'm from Florida. We them Florida boys. For Florida.
Okay. Let me do this though. Are those the Island Boys are white guys, aren't they? Island Boys?
Yeah, technically.
Technically, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have the well-spoken, well-dressed, well-mannered, young black man on the coming up with your white daughter, or would they rather have one of the Island Boys?
Now, when you say coming up, that's different from flat broke.
No, well, you could say that, but everybody's coming up. Like when I'm saying,
I know, but if it's the Island Boys, I'll be patient for the come up. But if this nigga's flat broke with no chance,
flat broke, always a chance. Got the lotto. What or the Island Boys?
I'm going with the flat broke.
Yeah,
because he can be at dinner or during Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't want the Island Boys at my house Thanksgiving. Can you pass them peas?
They wouldn't even sound like that. It wouldn't sound that good.
Can you pass that gravy? I want that gravy. I don't know, man. All right, y'all. That is it. We got a show to do. I got to wash my double shotgun Cleveland farted ass.
You got to get how many washcloths are you going to use now? Because the first one's going to be dirty with that fucking farts that you just ripped.
I'm gonna knock it out in 3. You got 2 hands and 10 fingers. And I know you good.
And a gob of toilet paper.
And a gob of there it is, man. It is.
How much is in a gob?
A gob, nigga, where you can't see your fingers.
Do your toilet clog up a lot?
No.
So your toilet can handle a gob of
gob,
toilet.
nigga. Yeah.
All right. How many times do you wipe?
Till there's no skin left. And they say you should use wet wipes.
You shouldn't, or you should?
You should.
Yeah, you should.
It's gentler on your booty hole, and because it's wet, it does a better job of cleaning it.
Makes sense.
But only time anything wet touches my asshole is when I'm in the shower, and that's the water.
Dude, they used to have like wet wipes. This was in the 70s. They used to have those boxes, and it had wet wipes. You just pull them out, but they weren't biodegradable, so they were fucking up.
So you couldn't flush them down.
You could everybody flushed them, but it was bad for the system, so they got rid of those. But that's what the direction. Have you used? I'm sorry, I know that we ended this podcast.
Are you about to say a bidet?
Yeah, have you used a bidet? I was
going to ask you if you ever got enough money to where you could just ball out. Would you ever get a bidet?
Fuck yes,
you would.
Yeah.
See, but that's that white guy shit. Y'all like shit playing with your nuts.
No. And it's just clean. Your hand has no business that close to turd.
But yet you wash without a washcloth.
There's no turd in there.
It's turd follicles in your ass, dude.
Dude, when you fart it, there's turd follicles in the room.
Well, you can't see what you don't see don't exist.
It's in the room.
Nah, son.
If it smells, it's because there's shit flying in the air.
Nah, that's gases,
No,
nigga. That's internal gases.
It's farticles.
There's a new word.
It's farticles are in the air.
Hey, boys and girls. Today's word is farticles. FARTICUU. LEES. Farticles.
They're in the air. You're breathing it in.
What's that, bird? Oh, that's farticles. I'm joked out, nigga. Give out the dates. Oh, God.
Hey, there's
dirty money. I got your money, dirty. All right, go ahead.
I'm not saying there is, but there's a good chance there's some farticles in the air at Cobb's Comedy.
I could feel it smelling in the air tonight. Farticles.
June 1st to the 3rd, Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco.
Well, we are just children, nigga. Like, it is.
What's that smell, Stephen A? You body? Stephen A, did you fight? That's a follicle.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
June 9th through the 11th, we're at the Pittsburgh Improv. June 15th to the 18th, we're at the DC Comedy Loft. Our first time out there. June 23rd to the 25th, I'm in Arizona with Ari Spears at the Tempe Improv, returning to the home. Then we're going to skip a week. We're going to have a little time off, and then we're going to be at the Irvine Improv, July 6th through the 9th, followed by Punchline, Sacramento, 13th through the 15th of July. And I'll just add one more date because this is always a fun one. Houston Improv, July 20th to the 23rd.
And that is, shit. Hold on, fuck me. You gotta be prepared, Aries. God.
Yeah, we got to be ready in 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it ain't gonna take me long. I do have to go and get another fucking room key, though. Shit, I'll have to find it some other time because we are running late. All right, guys. There it be.
That's a pod.
That's the pod.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this shit, it was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer, Big Papa, Robert Kelly, and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.